Hello. Hello.
I love how you're saying hello to an empty room.
What are you talking about? I'm here.
I'm here.
Becca, I'm saying hello to you.
We've already said hello to each other.
Another TTV viewer.
Yeah, another TTV viewer, always there for me. Also, Maine is lurking. No! If he's here, block him.
Wait, who?
There's this like one bot that's like just I think known for like could possibly be related to like the hate raids, but they just automatically follow so many people. Ban on site. Oh, look at your little raccoon.
Right?
Yes.
Look at him!
That's so
He's
cute,
like,
kid.
he'll say hello
So
to
cute.
people who chat, like the first time they chat during the stream. See? He says howdy. He says howdy, Mac. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Everyone, hi! We're also in a swamp where we belong.
Hell yeah.
I liked the cottage. I liked the cottage a lot.
Flourishing in rain,
But-
moisturized.
Yeah, but if I'm honest with myself, I'm not a cottage core bitch. At my heart, I think I am a goblin core bitch. So,
Oh, yeah.
oh hell yeah, Mac. Listen, this isn't any old Diet Pepsi.
Oh, whoa?
Oh,
This is some fucking cherry Diet Pepsi. Hell yeah.
What?
What a
Nice.
baller.
Wait, Kit, is that a trees? A tapestry of trees?
This is a tapestry. I put it up finally
Oh,
today.
I love it.
I actually need to shift it over slightly. Oh god,
It looks
part of it's
good.
falling. I found like
love
I found a bag full of command strips today. Like the ones that are just tape, actually. I was thinking for a second that they were Velcro, and I got really excited because I was like, that's perfect for a tapestry. They weren't. But they'll do for now, I think. I don't know. I got like really bored during work.
Aesthetic that you're putting up with the
That I'm
vines and the
curating.
wood and
Yes.
yes.
It's
It
really
looks
cute.
really cute.
Thanks. I'm trying.
You're succeeding.
Thank you.
And the yellow as well.
Mm-hmm.
The yellow
Although,
shirt, very nice.
Yes, with the yellow.
My
And the
oh,
yellow
actually,
headphones and the yellow pillow.
I meant to change that. There we go. I wanted it to be orange.
Ooh.
There we go. That's a good
Nice.
orange. I was aiming for an orange.
Link,
But yeah.
the blood orange moon rises once again.
Blood orange, so
Playing Overcooked 2 with fiance. Just wanted to stop by
Ren.
and say
Ren
hi.
gets me.
Hi, Violet. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate
Hi,
it.
Violet Wolf.
I hope you have
Hi,
fun
Violet.
playing. I hope you have fun playing with your fiance. Oh, let me turn this music on. Just realized how loud that was. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad y'all appreciate the lengths I'm going to achieve my woodland aesthetic.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna give you like a full judge rundown like you're on the block.
Oh. What's the block?
Oh, right.
Is this an Australian thing?
It's an Australian it's an Australian reality TV show in which 5 teams get either an apartment or a rundown house on like the same street, and then each week they renovate one room or one section of it, and there are 3 judges that like rank it and give it like a point out of 10 every week, and then in the end it becomes something that they then sell on like legitimately bid it on like auction. Like it's like that's like the climax of the block. Is like there's like a not an audition, an auction for it.
Fair.
Yeah. And I've never really been into it, but it's always on TV. So
Fair. Yes, Ren, I would love for you to judge my living space.
10 out of 10.
Oh! I was like, wait, is Squirtle on the top of the couch? But no! She was by my foot all along. Come here.
Aww.
Come here. I'm sorry I kicked you.
Oh no. You kicked her like the football?
I did.
Jail.
Did kick her like the football.
Jail for 1,000 years.
Jail for me. Come here.
Your hair looks so cute and fluffy too.
Oh, thank you. I fluffed it up.
Do it
Ren
again.
sent herself to the shadow realm.
Why do we have the second voice channel above the first one? Because I keep clicking it instead of court records.
Because because Discord has to group all of them together. It's dumb.
I just realized it's like, why do we even have that lever from the Emperor's New Groove?
Why do we even have that lever?
I'm trying to coax the baby out.
Come on, baby.
The baby?
Baby.
I got her.
Yeah. She's like, where am I? I was on the floor a second ago.
She always thinks that. She's like, where am I? What am I doing here?
No thought.
She has a cute collar.
Oh yeah, she's been wearing this.
Hi.
For some reason, it looks different. Maybe I'm just seeing it from a different perspective.
It's the same.
Okay, it's the same. It still looks nice on her.
She's so
You
cute.
stinky.
Stinky baby. You
smell so bad.
You smell like that beef.
You
You're a
resent
stinky
this.
baby, yeah. You're a stinky baby, yeah.
You smell so bad. Oh, you know what? You know what our little raccoon friend can also do? He can tell us what song is playing.
Ooh.
It's just command song.
Ooh.
Ah,
Tell me, little guy.
and he does a little dance.
Oh,
Look at him!
oh, cute. Oh my god, I love him.
My little guy!
He does little animations for like also when people like sub and resub and when they follow
Oh.
and
Song.
here you go, man. You're free. I had to pay $10 US for him. But IMO, it was 100% worth it. He's so cute.
Oh, so worth it. Does he have a name? Have you named him?
I haven't named him. Oh, Kapamon is the site. KAPPAMON. They have all sorts of little dudes that'll stand in the corner of your stream and greet people just like that.
Nice.
And I put him on the gaming view so he can be with us.
Oh.
Aww.
Two bros
Yeah.
chilling in the hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Anonymous gifter? Anonymous gifter? Well, thank you. And congrats to Maine for getting a sub.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats, mate. Oh my god, the little present though.
Yeah. Oh, I missed it.
I assure you it was cute.
I believe it. I believe it. Subtitle: Becoming a top lawyer. Me, Phoenix. It's never gonna happen. Well, surprise! Spoiler alert! We're not Phoenix today.
Well, yeah, but...
What? We're not gonna be.
We're not Phoenix today.
Excuse me?
I just joined the stream and got a sub. This must be my lucky day. Maine, I hope it's your lucky day because it's not been my lucky day. So I hope my luck got transferred to you.
We're gonna turn that around.
Yeah, okay, to be honest, I am very lucky right now because I'm hanging out with all my friends. And they all say really nice things to me, especially when I'm angry. Because my computer shit the bed.
We love you, Engie or not.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Friendship is cool.
You ready?
Friendship is
I'm
magic.
ready.
We're
Friendship
ready.
I'm
is
ready.
magic.
Bam, 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 bam.
Da, 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 da.
Hi, Shannon. How's it going?
Thrifty.
Hi, Thrifty.
Hi, Thrifty.
Hold on. There it
Hello.
is. There it is. Okay, let me give it to you guys.
It's gonna give it to us.
Okay. I didn't wait for the ad to end before sending that, so I probably just missed the last 30 seconds. It was just us screaming, hi!
Hello.
Hello! How's it going? I hope you're having a good Friday. Also, Maine, I forgot to ask how you are too. Other than receiving a gift sub. Okay. Are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Turnabout beginnings. Friday. Ban Mac. Can a mod ban Mac? The girl, let her go!
Oh.
You don't even have the...
Ooh. Love this, like, film noir. Oh, shut up, come closer, and I kill her! Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance.
Ooh.
Ooh! Ah! Oh, damn!
That is a 10 out of 10. Olympic medal for
Wow.
you, my good sir.
What?
I forgot about
Gee.
this! I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data. Oh! Whoa!
Wow.
Name, Terry Falls. What the fuck? Charge, kidnapping, murder, sentence,
Whoa.
death penalty.
Shit.
Fugitive movements. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. The very
Hawthorne,
first
huh?
client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Phoenix, why are you in the hospital? Huh?
Talk about an intense first case.
Yeah.
Right? Like, girl.
Happy first case.
Happy first case. Happy lawyer day.
Oh my god.
Damn. Longtime mentor. Sure, Phoenix. I mean,
I'm dating 5 years isn't really that long. I guess 6 years, but or no, 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like life, 5 years is it really a long time?
Yeah. This whole series of
For a
cases is so
mentorship
cool.
is. I
Yeah.
think for a
Mentorship
mentorship it
is.
is. Because sometimes they're like only
Oh,
a
yeah.
year or so.
I guess.
So I think
Yeah.
For sure.
I suppose.
I want everyone to.
nervous.
Oh.
Excuse
ahead.
you. I feel like I'm going to
Excuse
die.
me. I was just going to talk about the fact that I have alcoholic chocolate.
Whoa.
They're
Stop flexing on me.
I'm flexing really hard. They're Bailey's chocolate caramels.
That sounds good.
Can that actually get you turned?
That's a good question. I think they have alcohol in them.
Or is
guess
it like
we'll-
rum cake where it's like
I
a
guess
child can eat rum cake?
Oh, well, I've
Uh-huh.
had like sake chocolate before, and it's basically like the liquid is inside the chocolate, so it is alcohol. The
I guess
alcohol
we'll.
isn't baked out.
I guess we'll find out in like an hour or so.
That's true.
Bailey's chocolates contain alcohol and are intended for the purchase and enjoyment by people of legal purchase age for alcoholic beverages.
Okay.
So, I think it's like, because I think in the process of like making chocolates and cooking chocolates, like the alcohol would burn out. So I think it's in the caramel center or something. This should be a fun stream. Watch Kit drunk. Maine, have you watched any of my streams? Half the time I'm drunk.
Or high. Yeah.
This is nothing new. Anyway, Becca, did you finish line? Okay.
I did.
Oh, you're. I was.
I never should have accepted this case. Eek! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia.
I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody.
Harry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway?
Eek! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's me.
Oh, sorry. He was apologizing.
Both of them just like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe it.
I said it. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere.
But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Ugh. Sorry. I told a little lie.
Innocent of all charges. Innocent.
Oh boy.
The sparkly anime eyes.
Someone else had sparkly anime eyes.
Let me move this really quick. Hold on.
They really give them a whole ball and chain.
I think that kind of defeats the purpose if he can hold it.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed anybody.
Sorry for asking, but you were on death row. Really sorry.
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell ya.
Why aren't you dead then?
That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty.
Who?
Lying in your testimony, that's illegal though.
That's illegal.
I know. That's what I said.
Do that.
I swear, I didn't kill her. I could never do that.
2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
Oh.
We would go
So that much is true. He did meet with the victim.
But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should.
He definitely needs dentist bills. Or, like dentist appointments.
Rand, this is you.
Mm-hmm.
It's me.
Hello?
You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy.
A tall glass of water has just arrived.
Good night, nurse.
Matt?
I love how you shifted it.
Eeyore, why are you here?
I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den.
Don't call me that.
Sorry.
Sorry, this was just I'm now realizing where I picked that up for another character. Oh my god. For context, there is an NPC in the game of Dungeon World that I run who calls one of the PCs their kitten. No, I stand by. That was all Eris's fault. I asked Eris, and he was like, I don't know, kitten? And then I said it aloud, and we all immediately regretted it.
And now it's just there forever for that character. Just
now it's just a
it's part of it now.
Yeah, I can't go back.
That character needs to be this character.
Yeah. Oh.
I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with.
Where is Mr. Ghostberg?
That old man is probably still in bed.
I mean, it's like 10 a.m. With me.
Banned! Banned!
That guy. He hangs around the office a lot. Just don't make eye contact.
Is Diego hot? Let's put it to the audience. Is Diego hot?
Yes.
I mean, if he's wearing several jackets, he probably is.
Like and subscribe if you think he's hot.
Yeah, leave a comment, ring that bell if you think Diego Armando's hot.
He's got half of Majima's facial hair.
He
Not
does.
half of it.
So
He
that's
stole
good.
He
it.
doesn't have an eye patch.
He does have 2 earrings, though.
Does have 2 earrings on
in the
one
gay ear.
ear.
No. It's not the gay ear, because left is right and right is gay.
Yeah,
I remember this.
He's bi. He is bi.
By King.
By King.
Just
And
like Majima.
bi king.
The bi
Hey,
energy with this man.
Drop the 16 numbers on the front of your credit card and the 3 little numbers on the back if you think Diego Armando is hot.
Diego Armando is hot.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
DM me your social security number if you think. Don't do this. For legal reasons, don't do this.
Don't do that.
This is a bit. FBI, this is a bit. No, man, no. Don't send nudes.
No.
Never
We do not
send nudes.
consent.
Please do not.
I'm Insta-ban.
Send noodles.
Send noodles if you think
Yeah, send
Diego
noodles.
Armando's hot.
I'm
Yeah.
craving ramen.
Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando.
I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me.
No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest.
Please stop flirting with your co-counsel.
Also, that just sounds like he's acting like that was like the smoothest shit ever, but it sounds so awkward.
He is
Right?
a fucking dork. He is a fucking dork. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case.
Mia exposition Faye. I'm too asexual and my aesthetic preferences don't match conventionally hot. Oh, fair. So, like, that was a great bit, but I was genuinely asking.
Yeah. Apologies.
For Shannon. Yes. Diego Armando is what one would consider conventionally hot.
Yes.
Apologies.
But I was genuinely asking.
It's like fair.
Like funny bit and all, but like serious.
Fuck.
Funny. Now answer my question.
Imagine An escaped death row convict for our first client.
Yeah, I feel kind of fucked over about it. Thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it though.
Relax, okay? I just heard some good news. Prosecutor for today, fresh out of his diapers as well.
Oh, I keep forgetting! A baby prosecutor! Just like the baby boss.
A baby prosecutor.
Franziska von Karma, she's so pretty.
No, Franziska von Karma isn't she like 10?
Oh, I will say, because I know this because of the Edgeworth spin-off games, she is about to get her prosecutor's license and pass the bar. She's like 13. She's like 13. But she's about to take the bar. I remember this.
Oh my god.
Oh.
However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career.
Genius. Also, you're not really, like, building my confidence at all, pal.
Yeah, good job. Stop negging her.
It's not a neg. I'm trying to be supportive, but
You're
You're
really
failing. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sounds based.
Based? Based on what?
Apartment complex.
I find it quite simple.
You're telling me a shrimp fried
This
rice?
is them. Yeah, this is them actually now genuinely flirting through memes. Well, it's about time to head in, Mia.
What? Oh, no.
I had said for him not to call me that.
Oh.
Don't call me that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm following
He's
it.
being respectful.
I didn't want.
He's respecting women.
Is that who he is? I don't know.
I don't care. This is my character
That's
interpretation,
okay.
and Becca doesn't want me to say kitten, so whatever.
I was playing as
Oh, okay,
Mia.
I can see
Mia
that.
being like, hey, don't call me that.
Yeah, oh, sorry. I'm gonna say, like, if they are genuinely supposed to be a couple, probably I would like it if he does not say a term of endearment that she doesn't like.
It's also there's a weird power dynamic here that I
That's
really
a
don't
very
like.
weird. Yeah.
It's
It is kind of weird. I just didn't want Rand to not say the embarrassing line.
Okay, I'm gonna say the embarrassing line. I have said plenty of embarrassing lines so far.
I mean, true.
The course of Legally Bald, you know.
This is me being like, if I have to like pigeonhole myself into always calling a PC kitten in our Dungeon World campaign,
I can't assume.
then you don't get. But no, you're fine. You can change the kittens.
Okay. My little cockatoo, baby.
What?
My little cock.
My little cock. We're going into the chicken fighting ring, and you're my little special cock. We've already.
Claws of yours. It's good.
It's time to
fucking go.
duel.
Jesus.
A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place.
Yeah, it's almost like that's torture. We shouldn't do it.
And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me, because I had to. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice that also sounded like he had a Brooklyn accent.
Goo goo gaga.
Goo goo gaga. Hey.
I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth.
I'm ready for him. He
Yes.
Oh, not this bitch!
This sphinx looking ass.
Oh my god.
Am I him?
I think you are.
Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Baby!
Here's a name. The prosecution has been ready for a while, bitch, Your Honor.
Okay, can I say something? I really like how they de-aged his face very well.
Yeah.
He's like,
they
he's such a pretty boy here. Like, look at his beautiful eyelashes. You, pretty boy.
I just want to pinch your cheeks.
I do. I just want to go like boop boop.
Personal space.
It doesn't
Like,
exist here.
I just want to. We didn't do it yet.
Yeah. The divider between the peanut gallery and the actual
It's
court.
the only thing protecting me.
Yeah. So be thankful.
Can we move? Judge, please. Bitch, Your Honor, can you control? Go some order.
I see nothing.
Thanks, Judge. I know you got my back.
Cute little man.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to be this disrespectful.
I want to be a yo-yo man
First
in Pride.
day.
Make me a yo-yo man, but the yo-yo master did not answer. He
Get
just
him.
kept on yoing.
I got him.
Get him. Get him. Get him. Well, lads, we got him. All right.
I'm appalled.
Wait, did you
I've
say
said
this
my
line?
line.
Oh my
I said
god!
it before you guys decided to start objectifying me.
I understand the lawyers are for both sides are newcomers.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, bitch, Your Honor.
I forgot the bitch!
No, he's standing right next to you.
Wait, if
I completely
usual
blanked on
judge.
that bit.
if our usual judge is bitch, Your Honor, I propose this guy is bastard, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh, bold move. All
All
right.
Your Honor.
So, you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh?
I wish
They
they
say-
wouldn't.
Well, it's because you're just such a little cutie. They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age.
Becca, thank you for the clip. Oh, sorry.
At 20, bastard, Your Honor.
I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh?
I told you not to call me that. I'm kidding.
Sorry, yes, of course not.
I'm kidding. Come on, man. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you.
Young people running a trial. Not too sure how I feel about that.
Can't believe
These
he's ageist.
millennials.
Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct?
Precisely.
But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. Oh my god, he has a cup. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered.
So we're here to... That's me.
Oh, sorry, that's you. I'm sorry.
You're good. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death? I should know this.
You got it, Mia.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement.
Yes, bastard, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago, on a dark and stormy night. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old.
A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted.
Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony.
Oh, witness's testimony.
That's what I said, yes.
A witness's testimony.
That's what it's exactly what. Anyway, the testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. Yeeted her, if you will. For those who are not aware, Eagle... I intended it to be on record, yes. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
So Ms. Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away.
That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be...
Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Aha! I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him.
I'm sorry, bastard, Your Honor, that's a bit of speculation, isn't it?
God, his eyes are so wide.
Bastard, Your Honor, you're describing a fiction novel now.
His eyes, though.
You're speaking as if
They're
this is a
staring into
novelization.
my soul, and I'm very uncomfortable.
My third eye is wide. The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes, yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Oh my god, bitch!
How does he have a job?
Objection! Wait a minute, that's not right!
It would have gotten me,
At least
a
hear the
victory.
case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Bastard, Your Honor. I apologize.
Eh. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice, or your tone of voice.
Tisku, tisku, tisku. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
You're a
I'm
little
an
bitch baby.
cosplaying as a baby, a bratworth, if you will.
You're a little bitch baby, though.
And you're a little bitch baby yourself.
You are bitchier and babier, Edgeworth.
You are a baby. Anyway,
And you're
what?
a toddler.
Hypocrite.
Alright, now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness.
I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case.
Him.
His
A
coat
brand new
isn't green!
He doesn't look a day younger.
At all.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of this case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago.
Thank you for
No one cares.
thank you for the exposition, though. I don't believe anyone asked you that, but thank you.
Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes?
I took the bar. What is it?
You're really gorgeous.
Come now, don't be like that.
Gumshoe!
We're experiencing a lot of misogyny here today.
Oh yeah, I feel so badly for Mia. I'm so glad she came out of it a girl boss, but like, she really had to put up with a lot of this bullshit before then, huh?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
No, seriously. My heart is aching for you.
Gumshoe! Down, boy!
Detective, pull yourself together and try to be a professional. It's embarrassing. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Sorry about that, Miss Faye.
Thank you, Mr.
You
Edgeworth,
you
I
are a
appreciate
fellow
it.
bitch baby, but you shouldn't be talked to like that.
Thank you, I
Dick.
appreciate you.
Dick. Control your dick.
Control,
Now, detective,
control
tell
your
us
dick.
about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force.
You control dick self!
She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here.
Wait, hang on 1 second. Kit, are you okay cause not voicing anyone? Do you want to voice someone?
Oh, I'm
yeah.
fine.
You can be
I'm
Mr.
just
Judge if you
vibing.
want. Okay.
Well, then Mac won't have anyone either.
No, Max
I mean,
got
has-
gumshoe
Oh,
and
wait!
balls.
You do have Terry Falls.
And I got Terry. Do you want to be the judge?
Sure, eh? Okay. Yeah, I'll take the judge.
Hell yeah.
Kit's
This
been
is
promoted to Bastard Your Honor.
Congratulations.
Wow, thanks. I never thought I'd make it this far.
This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir.
I see.
He's a bit slow in the uptake, this judge.
Was the victim's blood found on the bridge?
The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge.
Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture despite doing this 10 minutes ago. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Bastard Your Honor.
Don't shake your little head at me.
I will, and I just did. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Eh? Detective, proceed with your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on.
Okay, now, listen carefully, Mia. One little mistake, and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready.
Could I propose something?
Yes.
Yes.
Bastard Your Honor is kind of a mouthful.
Hard to say. Yeah.
Could we do,
Yeah.
could we do like Dick Your Honor or something? Like something that just has
Jack
one,
Your Honor? Jack Your
that just
Honor?
has like
No.
one syllable.
Jack Your Honor?
Not
Considering
jerk.
we've already got a dig gumshoe.
Yeah, I don't like dick just 'cause of gumshoe.
Twat.
What?
What, Your Honor?
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Well, whatever. I'm not the one who has to say it, so.
Sure, yeah, twat. Twat, Your Honor.
Watch your honor.
Very important conversation.
Yeah.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
Shannon says call him a hoser.
Hoser, Your Honor.
Hoser honor.
Hoser Honor.
Hoser honor. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally.
Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? I have dinner to attend in 7 hours.
It's 11 a.m.
It's 7 hours!
Yes, Your Honor. Or, I keep forgetting it. Yes, twat, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up.
Hey, settle down there, Mia. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee.
I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here.
Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright. Especially for a beginner.
I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness. Everyone's a beginner in here.
You got me there. Maybe you should keep your claws out. Show them what you've got, Mia.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Because I definitely passed to the bar.
Oh, Mia.
Oh, Lord. An unknown person?
Hold it! This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but, I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls.
What? The defendant? The defendant called her?
Then why did you say it was an unknown person?
Yeah.
Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk.
Okay. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's that the detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because that's what the prosecutor told me to.
Gummy!
For God's sake.
Gummy!
Gummy, you
no.
fucking snitch!
It's that
Snitchy
trap?
motherfucker.
With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
With that
Even
little
me is
baby,
like,
sweet little
oh.
Baby face!
I will bite your face off.
Wait, okay, I just wanted to see proof of my profession. It's brand new and sparkles in the light. Okay. Stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Okay. And that's the map that he showed us. I just want to check this. February 14th, Valentine's Day. 1:21 p.m. Falls. 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Oh? Hold on though. Oh, okay. I feel like that white scarf is gonna come up again. Okay,
Why would give me that idea?
That stands out in the testimony. Or, like, in that thing.
That was sarcasm.
Oh, boy. Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all. Hi, Doug.
Oh, hi, Cowboy Kid.
How the heck are you doing, partner? Oh, that's where she was brutally murdered, huh? Well, hold it.
Hold it. Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move! We got you surrounded."
Little babies.
Partner,
Oh my
I don't
God.
think you should be excited about that.
Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that?
The location was a suspension. Blah, blah. The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly?
Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right?
If that's what happened, then she shouldn't have been killed.
She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I'd noticed it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone.
Huh. Hmm. Oh, praise to the
Mr. Falls had a car then.
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
What? You mean the defendant drove his own car?
No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. I think maybe I really hate them.
Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
I do love cockatoos.
Cockatoos are great, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, what a majestic bird.
I see you are a gentleman of fine taste as well, Mr. Armando.
I am, but I think that's the only place we agree, Judge.
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk.
Well, thank you, detective.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there.
Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. I mean, I guess she is dead.
I mean...
The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah.
Why am I laughing about that? For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. I don't know where we're going about this.
Talking about a woman here.
A dead woman.
We're all...
Dead woman walking.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm.
What the fuck?
The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car?
Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway.
Witness! Jesus! Flag! Fucking...
What is it? Do you have something to say, Ms. Faye?
I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. The college Wi-Fi got to me. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Ms. Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Well, I'm sure I don't like you.
Well, that makes two of us.
Say there, Mia, want a piece of my coffee candy? Are you good? Are you hungry?
What is that?
We were in the middle of a court case. I don't think that's, like, appropriate, number one. And number two, I don't think it's appropriate in general.
Yeah.
Oh my. I just have coffee candy.
Candy?
What?
Real coffee? What is, she's like 20... She's like 23 or something, right?
Yeah! She's at least 23, I think, right now, because she was 24 in this next case.
Oh, we don't have hers.
We don't have hers.
How old is he?
How old is Diego? How old is he?
Wait, Terry's 25.
That's a rough 25.
Rough 25.
I mean, he has been on death row for 5 years.
Yeah, he was 20
Yeah.
when he got into death row.
Mm-hmm.
She has a law
Diego
degree. She
is-
definitely has coffee. Exactly.
Yeah.
Baby.
Baby.
Hold on the hottest second here. Today is Edgeworth's court debut. How is he a genius already?
Genius.
They sort of went ahead of the curve. A little.
They played
wasn't
the other
going to
games
say
in the
no.
future.
I wasn't going to say no.
Anyway.
Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective!
Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said there was nothing but peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
Note?
Where's the music? It very clearly says to wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus this special request.
I
have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where's the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking.
Excuse you?
The scarf you are searching so desperately for. Is this the
Not
one,
white.
perchance?
That's not white.
That's not white.
It's been through the river. Of course it's no longer white.
Well, it's not gonna... The river... A river would not turn a scarf baby blue, Edgeworth.
Hush.
No!
Where'd you find that, sir?
Oh, I clicked out.
Up your ass. On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel.
I feel like that's illegal.
Yeah.
It's the safest place I know.
Oh, your little satchel, like your little Boy Scout.
What?
That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
And you don't? It's not exactly white as the caller requested.
Oh,
This isn't my stage, buddy.
But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
Bitch.
Literally, it could be any other scarf.
yeah. It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Ms. Fay?
Again, how is it embarrassing if you withheld information from the entère court?
I can do it because I'm a man.
Oh my god.
We call twat his honor to twat, but like Edward is acting like the real fucking twat in this.
We've already established that my title is Brat.
Bratworth.
You don't deserve
Bratworth.
Bratworth.
Boy, I would like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck.
I've already got a cravat, but thank you. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business...
It would clash so horribly with your outfit and you would be so embarrassed.
5 feet apart because they're not gay.
I'd be embarrassed for you, thinking it would actually suit me. The prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that...
Thank you for the gifted sub, Thrifty.
Thank you.
Happy September.
Aww.
Congrats, Becca. You got a sub.
Yes, I can finally spam the Squirtles again.
Squirble.
Yeah.
Squirble. Thanks, Shannon.
That Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Everything is moving at his whim.
Don't forget, Mia. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. It's because he's a fucking cheat.
He uses so many cheat codes.
Chilling in the hot tub,
He knows
5
the
feet apart
Konami
because they're
code
not
and he
gay.
spams
Wanted
it.
to hear two brothers
genius,
chilling in a hot
huh?
tub again.
We always want to hear two bros chilling in a hot tub again. Thank you for stopping, Thrifty.
Aww.
Appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes.
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately, so it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off.
How could he attack from behind?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm moving the little buddy down here.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
There he is. I didn't want to have to choose between the chat and our little buddy. Actually, what if I moved him all the way over here? Oh, it's like he's sitting with me.
Oh, you.
Look at him. Oh, we're friends.
Two bros.
Yes. So cute.
Looking at this photo, really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
No shit, Twat Your Honor. It was about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. And Detective Gumshoe did mention it was the witness.
Oh. Aha! Potential witness! So, why isn't this person in the courtroom?
Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Twat Your Honor.
Doubt.
Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
So now they can use gender-neutral terms for one person, but in the last case, when nobody could tell,
Yeah.
Right. Like,
tell John's pronouns, they couldn't use gender-neutral pronouns. I see how it is.
Yeah.
Listen, Ace Attorney has some fucked up shit in it about gender. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Uh-huh.
I viewed it in my crystal gavel. Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean?
Trying to call my whale friends to give me advice. They don't seem to be hearing it.
Your Honor, we discussed this. They can't fit inside the courtroom.
That's quitters talk, that is, eh?
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay, an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place chose the Vic wearing the scarf. Drizzling that day, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Oh, let's... Oh, that's it. Who got there first?
Yeah, because they can't cross from the other side.
Yeah, like, how is he able to stab her from the back if there's like this big hole there? Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and present this here. Oh, damn it.
Objection. What, Your Honor? What do you think of the witness's statement?
I don't think anything of it. How about you?
I guess I don't think anything of it either.
No thoughts.
Then we don't have a problem, but we do have a penalty for breaking the hive mind.
You still want that coffee candy, Mia?
There wasn't a problem. Couldn't he just let it slide?
Nope. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Let's press this then.
Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach.
I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
What the fuck?
What? Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one?
It was
getting
very
pushed?
brutal.
Brutal like that.
Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales, then the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian.
What?
You know, they only shove people down from the behind in Canada.
Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person.
Uh-huh.
Take a look. Poor
What?
baby. The court record seems to have wet itself.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
This man is insane.
Hey, watch when you spill your coffee. The court record, huh?
I can't.
I don't... You know, it's ruined, and I can't read any of the stuff in the court record because you spilled your fucking coffee on it.
If that was supposed to be a hint, it wasn't.
Well, okay, no, I think it was a hint. Like, check the court record now.
Coffee
know,
has
but-
all the answers, and I just spilled it on the answers.
Why?
Why did they say it like that? I don't...
Because he has to say things as odd and as uncomfortable as possible, right?
do I-
God, have you not been listening the past 2 cases?
He huff and glue. Newsflash, instead of coffee that's in that mug, there's just a bunch of glue, and he's just like...
He's just sniffing it every time.
Oh God.
Okay, is the point here the fact that, like, Gumshoe's saying that she was shoved from behind and they're, like, clearly facing each other in this? Like, why would she turn her back here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you have to present it on... No.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck you,
like
fuck
to
you! No!
It's specifically, do you want to know which statement?
Hi, Squirble! Wait.
Myrtle?
Birdo.
Bortle.
A Myrtle?
Bortle.
Bortle. Bortle. Rip in pepperoni. Man, I haven't clicked on that link yet. Bortle.
A Bortle.
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 Howdy. Here's my thing. Is that thing saying howdy every single time someone talks? Because that's obnoxious.
How could it do this to me? Hey, can I just...
Oh.
Can I just...
Aww.
What'd you hear? Cute. You're so tiny and cute.
She heard people talking shit.
Oh, it happened again!
Oh lord.
You need to put spaces between them.
I did for the most part, then I guess I missed one.
Nope. Okay. Is it on that must have been when the scarf fell off?
It is specifically on the fourth statement where you need to present the crime photo. So you have to present the crime photo first.
This?
Yeah, that.
Why?
I don't know. Because you present the victim's coat.
So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Hold on.
I'm holding on for a hero.
You better.
Here on the end of the night, and it's
Okay.
Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Whoa.
Ooh.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with this soggy atmosphere.
But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
I said what I said. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Oh. Oh, whoa. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day?
Well,
Is it-
nothing looks wet.
Yeah, I guess. Her coat?
Take that! Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud.
That's exactly right! The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled! Turned into a wet mop it was!
Objection to the use of the file. What, Your Honor? What the fuck?
Exactly, it was terrible!
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day.
Just like my pussy.
What? Where's What, Your Honor? What the fuck?
This is the courtroom. Call you twat.
That's why I said it quietly, jeez!
Twat is supposed to just be a title, not a description.
You shouldn't have said it at all. Quiet or not. However, doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. I need bleach for my ears. What? Your Honor. I had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street. Your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy.
Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. I'll be sure to try that out next time I go home.
Please don't. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
The surface of the bridge, huh?
A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Good
Well,
thing
she's
I'm a
not a
woman.
man.
A real woman wouldn't.
Oh!
Neither would a real woman.
Okay.
Of course I can.
What? Huh?
Here is the evidence
Exclamation
that... Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy.
Is it the scarf that- wait, don't answer that.
I mean, like, that's the first thing I thought of too.
Yeah.
Take that! The evidence is this scarf.
Ah!
It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy,
Are you sure they weren't having hot chocolate? It was very cold.
I mean, considering the woman ended up dead, probably not. It means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud, twat, Your Honor.
No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo.
He called her a fucking bimbo. Excuse me.
Fucking
I thought you had at least some respect, women juice.
none. Zero respect woman juice. What the fuck?
He's dehydrated of respect women juice.
Oh my god.
I have a
He
theory that
needs
once
some
friends...
milk.
Bimbo. Anyway.
What's your theory, Becca?
Oh, my theory is that after Franziska got her, prosecutor's license or whatever it's called, like
She whipped him
6
into
years
shape.
younger than him, is when he actually learned, hey, actually, maybe I should respect women a little bit, huh?
Your BF was a legit novice himbo.
I will not
don't be
stand
like
for
this.
this slander of Queen
God.
Bitch. Hey, same to you, buddy.
She said you're also a bimbo. Ms. Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. You are both bimbos.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? I'm genuinely asking, I don't know. For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Give me one.
Not if
Let's
you're
look at
ghost
what the-
hunting.
Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here.
Ha!
Oh.
You're doing pretty well. For a little kitten.
Man's gone to get their food.
Yeah.
Mr. Armando, I told you not to call me that.
No, kitten. Instead of calling her kitten like in a sexy way, it's like kitten like in a aww.
Kitten.
You're just a little kitten.
This kitten's got claws, bitch.
Which is worse?
You're a kitten, aren't you?
Which is worse? Calling her kitten in a sexy way or calling her kitten in a demeaning baby talk way?
Who's a little kitten?
Who's a little kitten? Who's my wiggle kitten?
Oh, God. Can I not be party to this? I don't want to see this.
Too late, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, you subject my sister to this bullshit in 5 years.
How
and
do you know
whatnot,
this?
so like you can handle it for one court session.
No?
Yes.
No matter what he says. It always comes down to a lie.
Just gonna ignore that. Move on.
Pause.
It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or Colonel Mustard with the candlestick in the drawing room. Or the witness's
I knew it.
testimony that's that she saw the moment of the murder.
I thought it was Professor Plum.
It was actually a Scarlet. Just
It's always Miss
relax and think
Scarlet.
it over. Always that bitch. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three.
What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that.
That wasn't me, twat, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Oh, just
Blame it
wait a
on-
couple.
Oh yeah.
Just wait a couple trials, twat, Your Honor. It'll happen.
Not on my watch.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into the court.
Gasp.
But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is.
Yes.
I'm
The false
offended.
evidence in this case is the.
Part of me wants to say. Okay, never mind. Don't know. Maybe the.
I think it's gotta
trunk?
be. I think it's
The
gotta be the
body.
testimony, right? Because the testimony is that he shoved her on the bridge. But if her coat wasn't wet, then obviously that didn't happen, right? I guess it could be the photo, but I think they're kind of leaning us on towards the witness testimony because I remember who this witness is, and
Yeah.
spoiler alert, she's lying.
Okay. So we're not saying Gumshoe's one is. That's why I thought.
Well, I mean, it is technically Gumshoe's testimony, but Gumshoe got that testimony from the witness
Oh.
who isn't
Yeah.
currently
Yeah.
here, so.
Yeah.
It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious.
Welcome back, Rand.
Thank you.
Hi, man.
She was so sus. He's a sussy baka.
Oh,
I saw her vent in everything.
During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah. That's what the witness told us.
That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
Huh. It's not just true, it's the truth.
there was a truly decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Not a boy wonder.
The defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Sorry, baby wonder.
You can't see it, but I'm flipping you the bird.
Baby under? What? Never mind. You don't have to give me a pity giggle. It's fine.
No, I was trying to come up with a response. I was trying so hard to come up with a response, like baby under? Why not baby?
I
Down
hardly knew
under.
her.
I hardly knew her. There. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Twat, your honor. The prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said.
Hello?
I think
Anyway.
Becca's glitching.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Also, look how pretty I am.
I was just about to say,
Go
why
ahead.
is she so pretty for?
A wife. Faye is so pretty.
Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Right after this commercial break, I need a drink of water.
Break time.
Burm, burm, burm,
Let's all
burm,
go to
burm.
the lobby.
Where's
Let's
the-
all go-
Where's the? Can I get a the volume mixer? Sound mixer. There it is. Mute Ace Attorney. There we go. Okay. Let me put on the lo-fi beats. Thank you for starting the raffle, Becca. Very important.
Of course.
We will be back in like 5 minutes or so. Get some water, stretch, take a break, get a snack, and we'll see you in just a few.
I want to be a yo-yo man, he cried. Make me a yo-yo man. But the yo-yo master did not answer. He just kept on yoing.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh god. It's hot in here. It's 81 in here. Let me hold this up to my face for just a little longer. Oh.
It's getting hot in here.
So hot.
So take off the clothes.
I am getting so hot. I wanna take my clothes off. I'll leave that on, but at my legs. That's better than nothing. Oh gosh. Now I have hair stuck to my face. Ugh. Ugh. Thanks, Mac, for taking care of those butts. They're very persistent.
They really are.
Yeah.
I had to figure out how to find them because I didn't, but now I see that there's an activity feed, and I was like, oh, I gotcha.
Yes. Yeah. There's an activity feed. You can also see them in active users in chat.
They weren't active, that was the thing.
Oh, okay. They might have already been banned or, like, suspended by someone else. I know one previously was like that.
You're right, Maine. There are training dummies.
Exactly. It was good practice. For when some non-cowardly assholes come in and try and fuck shit up.
I mean, they're still cowardly because they're doing it through online.
I mean,
not showing their faces.
It's less
cowards.
I mean, yes.
I know what you mean, though.
Oh,
I just wanted to talk shit about them.
I did get my shochu bottle open. I think the key was it was just too cold.
Pog.
I think it was like frozen shut. So, I've now mixed it with some cherry Pepsi. Because it was like it's like a barley shochu, so it's got like this really like grainy. Like I don't know if any of you have ever had like barley tea, but you know it's like really.
It's good.
Yeah, it's like really bitter and I guess I could describe it like beer without like the beer taste.
Without the like
the alcoholic
hops.
part. Yeah, or the hops. Yeah, without the hops. It's like that same like flavor profile. Anyway, I think it goes really well with the cola and the cherry flavor.
Nice.
I
have a Twinkie.
Ooh, bitch.
Get on my level.
I wish I were on your level. Sure.
Never had a Twinkie.
Ooh.
You're not missing out.
Yeah, to be honest, I think they're only good because we've had them in our childhood, so like they evoke feelings of nostalgia when we eat them. But
here's the thing about the current brand of Twinkies. They don't taste the same as I remember them tasting when I was a kid. There's like more lemon in it or something, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
That's
it's like
weird.
more the lemon cake than the OG Twinkie that I remember consuming with wild abandon as a child.
Very weird. You know what, Becca? Oh, go ahead, Mac.
I was just gonna say I like the Galaxy brownies better.
The cosmic brownies are good.
Yes.
I like the aesthetic of them, but they taste like static to me.
Cosmic.
You know what I really like and what I think have held up over the years? Fucking oatmeal cream pies.
Ooh,
I think those were good and have stayed good.
The word cream pie, or rather phrase cream pie, has been ruined for me, so I'll never be able to enjoy them again.
But I don't like cosmic brownies either. I'm just here nodding like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's me when you talk about Tim Tams.
Tim Tams. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is a Tim
I've had Tim
Tam?
Tams more than I've had Twinkies. Because there was a shop when I was in Korea. There was a snack shop nearby that had Tim Tams, so I would get them.
Ooh.
Good.
Do you like them?
Yeah, I did. I like the crunch.
Ren,
Okay.
whenever we start talking about American stuff, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
That's me every single time.
When
I'm like, I only know shit from like stuff I've seen maybe or I've heard it, but I actually
Okay,
know
so
fucking.
I remembered it right. I had ding dongs.
Oh, ding
Like
dongs,
the ones
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
That was the one I liked.
Huh?
They always had the problem with ding dongs for me, not to turn this into like a review channel or whatever, but is that they had like the top of it, like with the frosting or whatever, was always like really hard, and so like whenever you bit into it, it was like it almost like it was between just like a regular bite of something and it like something that would be crunchy or something, so it always turns me off.
That's fair. It was more for aesthetics that they had that. I feel like I don't know. I haven't gotten one. They sell ding dongs in my grocery store. I could probably get one. But I haven't noticed some of the other ones with the swirl on it now. I think they just did it as product placement.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm moving stuff around.
Some renovations.
They're messing with the mainframe.
Oh, the ding dongs kind of look like wagon wheels.
I have heard of them referred to as that.
Okay, yeah. Actually,
They used to be giant, and yet recently they've shrunk them.
Yeah, because it said, here it says it was previously known as big wheels.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
I was gonna say, Becca, when we were growing up, I resented the fact that you loved brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts so much, because then that was all that our family would buy, and I fucking hated those Pop-Tarts. I still hate them with a passion. They're the blandest Pop-Tarts on the market. Why the fuck would you buy them when you have cherry or blueberry or s'mores?
Those are the only Pop-Tarts I remember as a kid. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in years, but those were the only ones as a kid where I'm like, it has to be heated up to taste good.
I think even then it's like so boring. It's just brown sugar cinnamon. Like, spice it up. I don't know. Throw some apple flavor in there. Maybe then it'd be forgivable, but no. Maine, this is my spicy take. This is my spicy meatball of a take. Oh, for a second I thought my tapestry was falling down some more. What I need to do now is I need to get some more lights in this room so that when it's dark out, everyone can still see it.
Give us your spicy hot meatball take.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
How about the Pop-Tarts?
Okay. Not that spicy. Kind of mild, actually.
Pretty
Talking
mild.
as someone who's never had Pop-Tarts before. I know fuck all, but wow.
Brown sugar cinnamon is the OG Pop-Tart.
No.
Of course they're fucking great.
No.
I remember those that mixed berry or something.
Yeah, the wild berry ones that were purple.
Berry, yeah. I remember I would just lick the icing off of them, and I wouldn't actually eat the I wouldn't actually eat the Pop-Tart.
Fuck?
I don't know. For some reason, I didn't like the actual.
But
what?
Ones your family bought? The only ones your family...
No. The ones my family always bought, and I was the spoiled youngest kid, was the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts. But like the few times that we would get like wild berry Pop-Tarts, if I ever had them, I would just lick off the frosting and then throw away the actual
Which
Pop-Tart.
is heinous, because I loved the wild berry Pop-Tarts, and I would have gladly eaten the entire Pop-Tart. But no, you would eat them and ruin them and go through them, and then I'd be like, I don't want to eat the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts. These are gross. These taste like cardboard. But you're right, Mac. Wildberry is pog. I still like blueberry and cherry.
Pop-Tart.
I don't know that I've gotten raspberry Pop-Tarts that often.
They're so good.
I mean, I believe I would like them.
In my first year of college, I would buy them all the time, and I was like, To the point where I can't eat them anymore because they make me nauseous, but they still taste really good.
That's like how I drink so much UV green apple and UV blue raspberry in my 3rd year of college that they stopped making me drunk.
Wow, you built up an affinity in it.
Like, literally, I would start to drink them, and I would be like, I don't feel anything. I just feel normal. Like, I'm getting hot quicker, but, like, that's it. Anyway.
Let's get on with it.
Hold on, I need to refill my water. Oh, it's like two seconds.
Okay. We'll play the lo-fi beats over the judge. I moved the sub goal onto this page. I forgot to do that earlier. Did you guys know I have a daily sub goal now? Look at this. This little number. We've had 3 subs and or resubs today. How incredible.
Is that what that is?
That's what that is.
I was like, what the
It's very subtle. Actually, it's just counting down to when I go nuts and end the stream.
Well, we better finish this trial before that. I know it's...
Look,
Well, I've been thinking about, like, if I should have some... like incentive. I know my friend Kendall does, like, when she reaches her daily sub goal, she does like a spin the wheel thing, and there's like a couple of things on there, just like fun, like little things. Like I think one of them's like unlocking an emote for the chat for the rest of stream, or like somebody gets like a sticker of one of her emotes sent to them, or like she plays like the next 10 minutes like blindfolded, like so many like a bunch of different like fun little things. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought my water bottle was more full than it was.
Oh, you're fine. The Twitch streamer grind set. It's a countdown when the kill code gets activated. What gets killed? We'll find out.
Hit sanity.
You decide. Vote now on your phone.
All right. Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. You've done nothing wrong ever in your life.
Thank you. Thank you, Twat, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes.
This is it, Mia. The battle begins here.
I pull out my samurai sword. Witness, what is your name and occupation?
If I ever did that sub-goal thing, whenever it gets full, I would put on a pickle costume for the rest of stream. That would be funny, though. Yes. Where do I get a banana costume?
This bitch.
This bitch right here. This bitch. Moo.
Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Mine's from anxiety.
Oh! When I look at you, how can I put it?
What the?
Your Honor, this is a 19-year-old girl.
Kid, are you okay?
You remind me of my granddaughter. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to go see my granddaughter.
Hey, not so fast.
As I said before,
I'm a
this
coward.
witness is very...
I admit it. I'm a coward. Fight me.
This witness is very sensitive and delicate. And yes, bit of a hypocrite considering you tried to make Rand say kitten several million times. I would ask the court to finish that sentence. I would ask the court to please exercise care when...
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You're a true gentleman. Ms. Faye, you could learn a lot from this man.
If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me.
I mean, he did call you a bimbo.
Sir?
Yes, my dear.
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might have caused.
Wait, isn't this not her first time though, considering she gave a testimony before?
Did she give her
No,
testimony
in the timeline.
No. I mean about Terry Falls.
No, like that in the timeline right now, that happens.
No,
I'm talking about Terry Falls.
like 5 years ago when
Oh,
this happened.
I don't know that we've established that she gave testimony during that trial.
We have not established.
She was like the victim, quote unquote, of it. Wait,
So.
hold
It
on.
would be weird if she testified.
I think
Or
we're
was it
getting
the-
into spoiler territory here, so we
Yeah,
should move on.
I just realized what I said. So...
Anyway,
Not at all! It's no trouble at all.
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster.
right off the bat, okay.
I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? Ah! How can you be so mean?
What?
Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like something, it's not like it's something dangerous. And also I'm across the room.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you.
Uh-oh. I don't like this turn. I don't like the turn this is taken. I don't like the taking of turns.
Oh, how
Anyway.
the turn's taken.
Is she staring at me? Well, I mean, I'm very attractive, so actually.
Oh.
And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I have great tits.
Absolutely smashing mommy milkers.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say, Becca, I love the way you. This is weird, but I love the way you say, huh?
Huh.
I'm glad.
Great.
Huh.
I'm glad.
Huh. That was a very bisexual, huh?
I'm glad. I've been intentionally saying it like that, so
Like,
it.
it sounded exactly like the pretty girl is like talking to me. Huh?
I see. So you are.
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, twat, your honor. I'll do my best.
Oh, you got it on the first try. Very good. A+.
Thank you. I'm a star student.
I can see.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers.
That's why you pointed it over the canyon.
Then
Oh.
I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows that crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here.
What?
I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
Then how did you see anything?
Yeah! So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, ho, ho, what a cute camera. Just like its owner. A small but powerful model? What the
Just like its owner.
All right then, Miss Faye. Time for your cross-examination. Keep it quick. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. I'll step over there and smack you with it.
Twatch, Your Honor, that's assault.
Oh, I won't do that then. Stenographer, cross that out. Thank you. Okay, why are the butterflies going absolutely nuts here? They're so jittery.
They're jacked on nectar.
They're like super jacked right now. I don't know why I didn't notice this before, but I thought the butterflies were a lot more calm. Like, oh, we're butterflies. Oh, wow.
They react.
But no, they're like.
They react to her emotions.
She's like, oh my god.
Didn't want to be on the stand.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be on the stand.
Okay. There were 2 people standing up on this. Okay. Hold on. This has got to change. It's so hot in here now. I'm so sorry if there's like way too much background noise now, but okay. Actually, is the background noise of the fan too like bad?
I can't really hear the fan, but your mic is a little muffled.
How about now?
Still muffled.
How about now? Because I think it's the fan.
Yeah, you're still muffled. At least through Discord anyway. I don't know if it's same on stream.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put it back down then. I'll suffer for art.
That's why they call it painting, because it has pain in it.
This isn't a painting stream! Okay. But it is now!
Art pain.
Then I noticed there were 2 people standing up on the suspension bridge. We just started fighting.
You still sound a little muffled. I don't know what's...
Oh, you know what?
Me?
Hold on. I think I know.
No, yeah, it's the same.
Oh, never mind. I thought, so sometimes my microphone, auto-corrects its level, but that's not what happened here. Do I still sound muffled?
A little better.
It's a bit better.
I don't know what the fuck happened. Do I sound different on the stream? Can someone like go on the stream and tell me if I sound like weird? This thinking music is how I'm thinking, trying to troubleshoot this right now.
Oh, no, you sound normal on stream.
Okay, then it's Discord doing something weird. We can continue.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay. Okay. Oh, let me pull it back up. Okay.
Harry Falls isn't the criminal. Then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony.
Careful, Mia. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger.
Indeed.
He wired me so quick to agree with that.
'Cause it's true!
Unfortunately, you're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers.
You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia.
Okay. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers.
He mentions that they start fighting and then she takes a picture at the crucial moment, but the photo doesn't make it seem like they're fighting.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, she takes a photo when they're talking, so like, bitch, how is that crucial? Hey.
Objection. Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant?
Oh no, Becca has to talk to herself.
It's fine. I made my bed. All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see,
the photo we presented was the only one there was.
There weren't photos of flowers?
Strange. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happens next? You must have taken a photo of it.
Don't! I'm Homer Simpson.
No.
He's my favorite character.
No, it's called Play-Doh, what Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
He can certainly downplay a situation, can he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
Isn't it a digital camera?
This photo was the last one on my very obviously not digital camera. What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. Apparently. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers.
Who took the pictures?
Somebody took my line from me.
Sorry.
Diego's leaning over like, then who took the pictures? And Mia's like, bitch, that's my line!
Bitch, I was gonna say that.
Sorry, it was obvious.
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
Yeah, to be honest, that's not very...
So, you took photos of yourself?
I remember taking some photos of myself once too!
It was called a selfie, I believe.
Those are not safe for work!
Oh my god.
Please, no details.
Please.
Too late!
No more details.
It seems that Ms. Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute.
Nope, bitch! Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. What the fuck am I saying?
I'll kill you.
Listen,
memories,
it's a words
baby
of
bimbo.
photographic memory. Alright?
Phoenix somewhere is like, man, I don't know why I like that guy. What do I see in him?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Yes, I am dressed for it too.
Like a Shakespearean actor.
Like a baby with a cravat.
A cravat.
Like a baby bimbo.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy really is a sucker for sweet talk.
It's one of my kinks!
Oh god.
Please.
We didn't need to hear about that twice.
No filter! Head empty!
To what, Your Honor, I'm literally begging.
Twat, Your Honor, we are on.
Then beg!
I take it back.
Take it back.
One hop this time. One hop this time.
Right foot, left stomp.
It looks like the other woman in the room is the one that's getting all the attention.
The other woman that I respect as a person.
I don't know if I respect this woman as a person. I respect her as a threat.
Yeah, it's sickening.
Take some pictures of wildflowers. The victim turned around and tried to run away, but she only got 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back.
Oh, 10 yards, huh? 10 yards. Really?
That's 5 yards. Oh my god, there's no way. The portion of
She would have fallen.
Yeah, and like even if she ran, like why would she run that direction? Like, bitch, come on.
Objection. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just...
Ms. Faye, I thought I warned you about to make the witness cry.
One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions.
I love when Mia gets really confident.
There's no possible excuse.
So great.
It's so great to see her like becoming the really confident lawyer that she eventually will become. But like also to see like how insecure she was at the beginning and like
Phoenix was.
Yeah.
Poor Venti, Busty.
She gets it.
Like big sister, like little brother.
Right.
Yeah.
You say there were 2 contradictions.
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area.
Were you trying to sing that, Miss Faye?
No, of course not.
Oh, good, because I hate that song.
Why would you think that?
It definitely sounded like you attempted to sing "Photograph" by Nickelback.
No, you're just imagining it.
Oh, okay. I'm glad. Ooh.
Gaslighting.
Thank you. I'm really embodying my little sister. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then...
She would have hit a dead end!
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have even run 5. Because Dusky Bridge has collapsed on that side.
The mic comes out. What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Twat, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
Objection. Just a moment, Twat, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I find it so... He's such a baby that calling him Mr. just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Baby Edgeworth.
Like, look at him.
Twat, Your Honor. Allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
Oh my god. What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you say?
What?
You need hearing aids.
What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred.
Are you...
And for some reason we're presenting this rather than one that was a date of the incident.
This is the autopsy report all over again.
Yeah.
Like, this is where it started. This is where it began. The seed was sown, and over the years would grow into... I asked for a second autopsy report. Y'all remember that? Y'all fucking remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I'm constantly reminded of the actual lawyer who had played Phoenix Wright and got to that scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
I fucking
so
love
good.
that TikTok. He's like, we got him. We got
don't
it
got
yesterday. And then he like loses his shit. And he's like, you can't just submit evidence on court day. Because it's true. Fun legal fact, everybody. Both sides, both the prosecution and the defense, have to have all the same, like, you pre-submit the evidence, and both of them have to have all the evidence, like available
America?
to them, because otherwise,
Yeah.
how do you build a defense? Like,
In
Is
U.S.
that in
court?
America?
In-
But like,
yeah, in U.S.
what
court.
about Japan?
To be fair, I don't know about Japan, but I also would find it pretty barbaric if the defense didn't get access to the evidence that was going to be submitted against their defendant until the
Yeah.
day of court. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, you know, like, in the games, it's treated as like a huge
I
surprise.
want to
like,
be a yo-yo man, he
oh
cried.
my
Make me a
God.
yo-yo man, but the yo-yo
Yeah.
master did not answer. He just
they're
kept
like,
on
it's like
yoing.
a fucking cockroach, honestly. They don't stop coming, and they don't
wanna be
stop
a
coming,
yo-yo
and they
man, he
don't
cried.
stop
Make me
coming,
a
and they
yo-yo
don't
man,
stop
but the
coming, and they
yo-yo
don't
master
stop
did not
coming,
answer.
and
He
they
just
don't stop
kept on
coming, and they
yoing.
don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
It's just me, you know,
Look at the
pegging
new one.
hated
Wow.
It's not fake.
God.
Not fake. Not fake. Definitely going to spam your chat with slurs.
Are there bots in the... Sorry, I didn't have my
Yeah.
stream open because of
Oh.
Wi-Fi.
Oh no, that's fine. Max, nipping them in the bud. You're totally
Oh,
fine.
thank God.
Max
Sorry,
on
I
it.
didn't know what we
Max
were,
on
I didn't know what we
duty.
were talking about.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. it was
Yeah,
more of those hotspots.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Like, they're not saying anything. They're just following. And it's like
Blocked and reported.
blocked and reported. Honestly, if I could have
Thank
a
you,
command, I wish the Streamlabs alert could have a command for when you ban somebody, and then it could just trigger,
I mean,
and it would
if-
pop up and say blocked and reported.
you can make a sound command for it, for like just the word ban, and we could have fun with it that way.
Oh, nice.
do
Yeah.
that.
Well, it could be.
And then we could also make it a joke whenever we ban other people.
Oh,
quote
yeah.
unquote, ban other people.
It's like blocked and reported, and then it says like.
Hashtag blocked.
Oh. That's good. I'm gonna do that after the stream's done. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Have they stopped?
Oh, they're gone. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
That's weird.
So you're saying?
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident.
Not to go. Oh, well, okay. Also, this is bullshit. But
Yeah.
secondly, can we, not to go on another like tangent, but really quick, can we talk about like how much he's channeling Von Karma right here?
Yeah.
Like, this is literally like Von Karma would do the same like wink and like
Yeah.
It's
like thing, and then like it's
it
like,
feels bad, man.
and also his outfit is a lot more similar to Von
It's-
Karma here. It's like,
He hasn't gotten any sense of his own identity.
yeah, he doesn't. Baby doesn't know who he is yet. And that's
He's
so
just
sad, but, like,
copying
He on autopilot.
Yeah.
autopilot.
Oh, baby.
Autopilot prosecutor.
Oh, baby, you're dressing up in the wrong clothes.
I'm now remembering. I can't remember if it was press buttons and talk, but I think it was. Wait, the first time Baby Edgeworth showed up, whoever was voicing the judge was like, "Oh, your suit is loud." Oh wait, no. It was the official dub. It was the dub. No, I remember. It was the dub outtakes. Oh, your suit is loud. And then Edgeworth's voice actor just loses it for like 10 seconds. Anyway.
That's ridiculous.
You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence.
That guy is good.
Thank you.
Well, what do you mean?
Don't let it get to your head. He planned it from the very beginning. He's a genius, all right. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
I can't get over how pretty he is. What the fuck?
What? That coward.
I flipped
That
my hair
pretty,
and there was
beautiful,
sparkles.
very, very cute baby coward.
Well, Miss Faye, you've once again made a reckless accusation.
Gasp. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No. It wasn't your fault at all. You've done nothing wrong. Ever.
I've done nothing wrong ever in my entire life.
I know this, and I love you.
Cough up, boy.
God.
Now then, after that, shall we go on with the trial?
What are you talking about?
I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw.
Indeed.com. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
No.
I am no longer asking.
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Ms. Foster, if that is
I'm
your
not.
name.
There's no need to worry.
You are now, bitch!
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir.
Don't call him a sir, he's a baby. He's 1 year older than you. What the fuck?
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. They carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Okay, immediately my problem with that is
They were on top
they
of
talked
the
about
bridge.
how the river is like infamous
Yeah.
for carrying bodies away, and like nobody ever recovers bodies from it. So why wouldn't he just dump the body over and drive off?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home, if you don't buck up. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
That's what I like to hear.
All right, Ms. Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. Hurry it up now.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack.
Hell yeah!
I support by negging.
Okay. He carried her over the car. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Okay.
Heaven forbid.
What do we have anything that like states that though? I think it's gotta be the map, right? That's like the only thing that we've got that references the bridge.
Yes, exactly. And based on the thing, it's a 40-foot drop.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to press. Holy shit.
Hold it. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself?
Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yeah, he does carry his ball and chain over all around.
Yeah, yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that?
Objection. Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly.
Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden?
Ms. Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. Okay, I meant to present it here. Cause like the way the body could stay hidden is if he dumped it in the river.
Objection.
Finch.
A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Well, what is it? I'm a dummy.
Take another look at the map of the area, and you'll see how.
Ms. Faye, once again I must ask you, were you meaning to sing Nickelback's Photograph? Because I'll remind you again, I will not tolerate the singing of Nickelback under any circumstances.
I do not know what you are hearing, Twat, Your Honor. I'm not singing at all.
Good, I hope not.
You're hearing things, Twat, Your Honor.
Now we have two gaslighters in the courtroom.
It runs in the family. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found.
Sorry, she did that really cute thing. Squirtle doesn't have her front claws, but she still, like, goes up to the edge of the couch and goes like...
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Occasionally, and it's very cute.
Kelly does that too.
Yeah. Oh. Hi. You want to go sit up on your pillow, and everyone can. Go sit up there.
If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
She do got a point, though. Order! Someone give me some Burger King. I'm having to think too hard. I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. Must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body in the river.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth.
How sad. Perhaps Ms. Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself.
Are you telling
Mr.
me to kill
Edgeworth, was that a threat?
That's harassment.
After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature, even though I was the one who gave the fact in the first place.
It's a 40-foot drop, Edgeworth.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find that the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Ms. Fay, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
Objection. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Objection. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us.
Ugh.
Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Why am I
Who is he talking
infantilizing
about?
her?
Who is he talking about? All right, I'll do my best.
I think the baby means you.
I said that in my thoughts. You don't have
Over
any...
the car. Killer
As
broke into the
your-
car of the stolen trunk, oh my god. Broke
As
into
your
the
legal
trunk
aid,
of the
I-
stolen car and hid the body in there. Oof.
Okay, like she is correct in that the trunk was broken into because you can see the cracks on the photo. However, how
Yeah.
could she have seen with the cliff in the way to where
Yeah.
the car is?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold
Hey, yeah!
hold on.
Objection.
Bitch.
Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. Then what?
Dug your own
Made-
grave.
Made a crucial mistake. Dug your own grave.
A crucial
Take your pick.
mistake. Like what, Miss Faye?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
Oh wow, that was a good voice.
Thank you, I appreciate it. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Based on what?
Based on what? Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram.
Miss Faye!
I'm telling you, it's nothing. Anyway, the place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here.
Oh, I clicked out of it. Fuck. Oh god, I
You-
opened sticky notes!
No.
Do you see what I mean?
Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car. This outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Ah! That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Ah! Objection. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock.
Good.
However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. Yes, but what does that saying mean?
I was just thinking that.
I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story.
Of how tall the outcropping was.
You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
Ah!
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No!
I love Becca, your mic cuts out every time. Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Polly. Objection. Twat, your honor. Don't jump to any hasty conclusions.
Too late! Also, like, could they not just get someone to stand there later to prove whether or not you'd be able to see it? You can't just lie about topography, right, Edgeworth? Like, come come on!
Yeah.
You went there!
The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
You're pleading insanity.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Mice! I'm just realizing the howdy is now covering my face. This isn't my beautiful bitch, Your Honor. This isn't my beautiful courtroom. Who is this imposter? We've taken a blast to the past. We're seeing Mia Fey's first courtroom case. Also, coincidentally, Edgeworth's first courtroom case.
Hello, I'm Bratworth.
Hi, I'm Bratworth.
I'm Bratworth.
I'm
nice
a
to meet you.
Hi, I'm a bitch.
I'm a bitch. I'm a boss. I'm a brat boss.
I'm a brat boss bitch. Bitch.
Objection.
There she is. Mess, how are you doing?
But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only what she saw with her own eyes.
Oh!
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Woo.
Hold it! Hey, wait a minute! You can't just say that!
Objection.
God.
Winku. Winku. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say.
But
to err is human, to forgive, divine.
Nobody's nerfect.
Nobody's nerfect, as they say in my woods. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair! That's literally perjury!
Save the tears for later, Mia.
You seem to think I'm going to crime a lot, which is not true.
And sexist.
Well, you're
Mr.
the one who's been
Armando.
nervous. I cry when I'm nervous.
And I don't. We are not the same.
Okay, I made an assumption. Sorry. Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair.
Okay.
I'm a little baby. Where? The court isn't going in my direction.
And that's when you have to take the wheel.
Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah, but remember,
You
Jesus
walked
ain't
into
gonna
that
help you in this kangaroo court. You need to take the wheel yourself.
Oh my god. I'm kidding. Armando isn't sexist. Everything he says is a reflection of how he wishes people would talk to him. He wants to be kitten. He cries.
He wants to be praised.
He wants to
has
be
to praise
woo,
King.
I'm baby. Instead,
But he
he's
never
the
pulled it
senior.
off.
Instead, he's the senior lawyer at
Yeah, he
what's
can't.
it, Grossberg offices.
Yeah, guys, he just wants to be a cute streamer that wears cat ears. That's all he wants.
Yeah, he just wants to
in
be a
life.
cat boy. Here, I'm
He
gonna
just
move.
wants to be a cat boy, but he can never be a cat boy. He's been designated lion boy. Lion man.
I'm moving our raccoon friend over there so that when he says howdy, he doesn't cover up my face.
That's a good idea.
You need to relax. Remember, the woman's testimony.
That.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
Ha!
Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk. Because there were marks left on the trunk lid.
Uh-huh.
I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
Oh, lady, you just dug your own grave. What? Let me see that photo.
Hi, Squirtle. Hi.
It's true. They certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken into open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere?
I feel like it has to not work.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't she learned unless she was right there.
It
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Melissa Foster. It looks like you finally betrayed yourself. Again. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally! I finally got her.
I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
What, Your Honor? There's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... she fit the corpse in her sail.
Yeah. That's the only way she would know.
There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes. What is it?
Naturally. When she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself.
Exclamation mark.
The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster! It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous! I could never! It was the man in the prison garb! He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one to put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car! He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
Mac, you're so big-brained because I didn't think about this until it came up just now. I was like, oh yeah, there are scratch marks on the trunk because you'd have to break open the trunk. But no, he stole the car. He had the keys.
Yeah, that's what I was
Admittedly, he
wondering
could've
why you
hotwired
couldn't.
it.
Like, well, but he stole it from a couple though, so it's like,
Yeah.
why would he be like, keep the keys?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you need the keys to...
Without it.
Yeah.
No! Objection! Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs.
There's a contradiction here.
But...
Now's your chance, Mia. It's a timer.
Yeah.
Finish this thing. There's a timer on it. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth.
Exclamation mark.
There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is that the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Ms. Foster herself.
The timer.
Take that! Let's take another look at this camera and see what the features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it. Even a mini tripod.
Hmm.
Why, it's almost as if she had bought this camera just to take this picture.
Objection. What are you trying to say then, Ms. Faye?
It's premeditated murder, obviously.
Yeah.
That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, if she really did use that camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
The defense, please explain further. I'm lagging behind several minutes.
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
How do you
Well
know?
then, please answer this question.
She's in the photo.
I am. Yeah.
Where was Melissa Foster when the incident occurred? She was standing where the victim was.
Take that! Naturally, the witness was right here.
But that's where the victim, Ms. Hawthorne, was standing.
Uh-huh.
Order! Ms. Faye, what on earth?
Want your honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. No. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant had met the victim.
Objection. How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
Objection. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. Exclamation point.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Objection. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looks like anymore.
You are just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like.
It was a note!
Take that! Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. Ah! It was Mr. Falls who had requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne.
Well, I wouldn't say anyone.
Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Oh my god, she got blown away.
She evaporated.
I can't believe Melissa Foster fucking died.
I can.
Where's Miss Foster? I think a strong gust blew through the courtroom.
She's collecting herself in the lobby. You know, all her particles that she evaporated.
These kids these days and their newfangled iPhones.
Particle disintegration. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Well, we'll have to wait for Ms. Foster to compose herself before we start again.
Why?
Until then, because I said so, this court is in recess! The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, twat, Your Honor.
Understood. I'm off to the
Very
monkey
well.
bars.
This court is in recess.
Who wants to swing on the swings with me and act like we're married?
I do.
No.
Fuck. Okay. Should we call it there?
I'll go to the sandbox.
How much longer is there?
Let me look at part 2 of this trial. There's a lot of... Well... Yeah, it looks like there's a lot.
Okay.
Or... Yeah, I think there's a decent enough much left. A lot.
Okay.
Anyway, we can save it for next time. This will just be slightly shorter because I had all those technical difficulties before.
That's fair.
RIP.
Tragic, really.
Anyway, thank you all for technical difficulties. I wish it was just Artemi Barak messing up my computer and not
With his flat ass.
with his flat ass and his massive fucking tits. But yeah, thank you, my friends, for hanging out with me today. It was a pleasure as always. Let me see
Always.
who
Thank you for having us.
who we can raid. Oh, you know what? Let's go say hi to Empress. She's playing Valorant right now, which I've never seen even a little bit. But we can go share some love. So let me get the raid started there. But yeah, appreciate it, y'all. I will be back on Sunday. I don't know what I'm playing then, honestly. I have been thinking I should probably finish Death Stranding, but I don't really want to. But maybe I'll just keep playing Pathologic for like hours on end.
Pathologic.
Okay, maybe it will be Pathologic then, so. Okay, let's go raid Empress then.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Again, have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye.